who is a guru in the hospitality industry of real estate.
Every day, every night, I would always invest. I would always advise hospitality investments. You can't go wrong with it.
Hello, savvy investors. Welcome to another fantastic episode with Properties and Chills. Today, we're going to be discussing the hospitality aspect of real estate, and we have a very, very lovely guest here.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Uche Onyinye, a real estate broker and the founder of Rent with Home on Instagram.
Welcome to our channel. So today we're going to be discussing the hospitality aspect of real estate. You know, a lot of people, when they think about real estate, all they think about are residential properties, family. Exactly. They never really understand that there is another aspect of real estate which people are yet to tap into. So today we have our fantastic guest who is a guru in the hospitality industry of real estate here to talk to us. So when we hear the word hospitality, what comes to mind? You know, what would you say hospitality is?
Okay, for me, when I think hospitality, I think taking care of people, caring for people, giving them comfort. It's just basically creating a very comfortable environment for guests, for visitors, ensuring that they are in a home away from, I know people have heard this word, home away from home.
Yeah.
You just want to create a very comfortable environment, a welcoming environment, and a comfortable place for them. So that's just basically hospitality. The word hospital, when you go to hospital, you expect to get better when you go.
Exactly.
You give them this after feel that, okay, when they are leaving that place, they miss that place and they want to come back. So just give them comfort, basically.
Wow. We've heard, come away from home, come to go to the hospital so that you feel home.
Not the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
In this case, you don't have to be sick in this situation for you to come. It's just sometimes it's actually just taking a break from the old busy schedule.
Most
people we get are people traveling all the way from outside Nigeria to visit.
Yeah.
Because it's not just people we have within the country. You have people coming in from outside the country, from different areas, coming back. Some people still within the country coming to relax, just taking a break from the busy schedule. Then imagine coming to take a break from a very busy, hectic world, and then you're coming into a place that is not relaxing or comfortable. So that's just it's not the hospital stick.
Okay. Yeah. So I know that under the hospitality sector we have hotels, restaurants,
resorts,
Airbnb. As a new investor, as someone who wants to venture into the hospitality industry, you know, especially if the person knows nothing about real estate, but the person is like, okay, I really want to do this. What would you advise the person to, you know, start with?
In terms of hospitality, well, depending on the budget the person has, actually, because you know, when you want to go into, let me say, the hotel kind of thing, there's a kind of budgeting. You can't just build one room and say, oh, hotel. No, it's different. And again, when you're looking at resort, you're looking at creating or maybe buying a property in a beach area or creating a very different kind of environment for investors, right? It costs more to invest in hotels and invest in resorts. But when you're looking at shortlet aspects of hospitality, it requires money, but lesser. So you can either buy this property, let's say you're looking to buy 2-bedroom apartment or even 1-bedroom apartment. You can buy a 1-bedroom apartment in Lekki Phase 1 for like 90, 100 million, 120. Currently the price in Nigeria is appreciated.
It's a lot.
So please, this figure I'm giving is like, tomorrow you might wake up and it's no longer the same. But I'm looking at this range, 90 to 150 million. You can invest in buying a property. But then if you don't want to buy, you can also rent with a lesser amount. Let's say 5 million, 10 million. So you see, you can actually invest with lesser amount. So that's why I would always suggest the shortlet aspect when it comes to hospitality investments.
Okay, that's really nice. So if somebody wants to go into shortlets now, like you say, as a new investor, you already mentioned 90, 120. Can you, like, you know, break it down properly, make us understand, okay, is it that we start with 120, or are there lesser options, like how many beds? How does shortlets work in itself?
Okay, so there's no way I can actually give an accurate figure as to how much one can actually invest when it comes to shortlet investment. So first, you're looking at the amount you spend in buying this property or renting this property. I always remind people that they can actually rent as well. You don't just need to buy. So when it comes to the amount required to invest in shortlet business, you can't actually give an exact figure of how much one would spend in investment. So let's say, for instance, you want to buy this property. You know, at the moment in Lekki Phase 1, you're looking at investing. Let's use 2-bedroom for instance. Currently, 2-bedroom would actually invest like 120 million. If you're looking for a very affordable one, 120 million. That's the cost for buying a property. Then, when it comes to renting a 2-bedroom currently in Lekki Phase 1, you're looking at 10 million naira. That's the cost for getting this property where you want to invest in. Then you now look at furnishing as well. Furnishing is another cost on its own. When the property does not, maybe if it's a new building you're looking at, you're not spending so much in terms of renovation. You're not spending so much in terms of you're just looking at just buying furniture. You're not looking at breaking the toilets, because if it's an old building, for instance, you have to break some toilets. You have to do some breaking. So you spend more in terms of furnishing and all of those things. And also the facility that comes with these houses. If it's an apartment that has swimming pool, for instance, it costs more to rent, because these people who have this property or this developer know that they're giving you value for money. And I think we are currently making so much noise on the shortlets industry.
Exactly.
And it's affecting the price of real estate in general, because homeowners, investors know that, okay, shortlet gives you this amount every day, so why shouldn't I sell mine for more? Do you understand? So there's no exact figure when it comes to investment. It depends on the kind of property you're looking at. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, if you're going to do more renovations in the apartment, and the kind of furnishing you're looking to get. Because if you're looking to do just a basic furnishing, you spend less. But if you're looking at luxury, you spend more in luxury. So there's no exact figure. Some people use interior decor, and you know, interior decor now,
it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's no longer
so some people will say, oh, I can decorate on my own. I have a sister who is into interior that can assist and reduce cost. So all these things affect your pricing. Definitely. Sometimes you move into a new apartment, you don't need to paint anymore.
That's true.
Cost reduced. So if it's an old building, you need to do more work, more spending, and you might not really necessarily charge more. Because there's a price there's a price range you can actually sell in a particular neighborhood, so you don't oversell your property, and at the end of the day you don't get more clients coming in. So your pricing has to be right.
That's right. So you mentioned there's a price range for every neighborhood. That means if I'm going to get in Lekki and I furnish, my price will be different from, say, someone that wants to get in Aja, if I understand you well.
This comparison now, Lekki to Aja, is a different comparison on it. So because normally there's even a high demand in Lekki Phase 1 compared to Aja. Do you get? But when I talk of pricing in a particular neighborhood, I'm still talking within the Lekki Phase 1 as yes. So you see some luxury apartments in the same Lekki Phase 1 selling for 100, 120, 130 per day. And then you see another apartment, still luxury, but you know, luxury has level to it. You get? So still in Lekki Phase 1, you see apartments selling for 90 or even less. So it depends on the kind of furnishing you give, the kind of facility you offer. The neighborhood as well determines this price. Wow.
That means location is important.
Location is important. Location is everything.
Because you know, we're picking points.
Location is not everything, because you still need to look at furnishing as well. But location is important. Location is very, very important when you're looking at shortlet investment, because the demand in Lekki Phase 1, Ikate, VI, Banana Island, Ikoyi is much more higher compared to the Aja, Orchid, and the house type they also require in this location. It will amaze you that people looking for apartments in Orchid want 4-bedroom apartment. Do you understand? Not 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. Then people in Lekki Phase 1 are either looking for 1 bed, 2 bed.
They all want.
So you now realize that the prices of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom in Lekki Phase 1 and Ikate at the moment is
It's really high.
It's really high.
It's really high.
So, and in Banana Island, you get more demand for 2-bedroom, 3-bedrooms. So the house type in this location matters as well, because there's demand for different house type in different locations.
Okay. Yeah. So now we have established, a lot of things about shortlets. What would you say are the factors, that affect the returns on investments?
Factors that affect returns on investments. One, location. If your location is good, you tend to get more demand, you tend to close up more days in the month. Location, number one. Interior decor. If your interior I say this a whole lot, and people might not really know the importance of furnishing. They just feel, oh, Shortlet is a good business, let me just rent or buy a place and then toss it into the market.
Yeah.
But if you have a very beautiful furnishing, picture would first of all send pictures to this client.
It's what you see, you pay for.
Exactly. Before they come see this, I'm not talking about edited pictures, I'm saying real pictures, well furnished apartment. I tend to see more of red furniture selling more. Even if you have luxury furniture and it's not doing well in the picture, it doesn't sell it as much as when you have a very beautiful, actually good furnishing. So furnishing actually affects
the ROI.
The ROI. Another thing is the facilities you have in this neighborhood, security, the swimming pool. People like swimming pool, even though they don't like the swimming pool
as well as snooker. They just want that.
Even if most clients don't end up using this swimming pool, it's still one of the high demand facilities people look out for. So when you just say them there's a 2-bedroom apartment with swimming pool, oh, let me go for that one.
The word swimming pool.
Just attach the word swimming pool.
Yeah.
So if it has swimming pool, the facilities it has, if it has swimming pool, snooker, PS5, good road, security is top notch, people will tend to want to book that, because it is the more demand you have for a particular property that would lead to the return on investment that you get as an investor. So you need to look at all those things. Another factor that affects the hospitality shortlet industries, either you have a self-service apartment or you have a self-service or a fully serviced estate. So in this situation where it is self-service and you're running a one-man, one apartment, you don't have up to 6 apartments, the amount you will spend on diesel for running just one apartment, you're burning the same amount of fuel. Do you understand? You're running this place because you have to give 24 hours light, and it's self-service, so you spend more on electricity, on diesel, compared to someone who is in a serviced apartment, paying in group, paying in bulk. There's no way you compare running one apartment to running over 20 apartment, 20 units in one estate. So the amount you spend on diesel is also reduced. So you should also consider investing in a fully serviced apartment where you're sure that there's this good security person. You're not paying and just one gate man to take care of. You're still sharing in the units you get. So it reduces costs you spend every day, every month, and then it gives you high return at the end of the day. Another thing that affects return on investment, I think I've covered everything. I think that's basically it. Location, furnishing, facilities, and ensuring that it's in a good service estate.
That's very important. I hope you all are picking points, because I personally am picking a lot of points. So now, say someone has taken all of this into consideration, the person has started, is there like any, because I noticed a lot of people say things like people put rules and regulations. I'll put that.
Exactly.
Are there any rules they have to factor into their properties before they can? Because I noticed people talk about smoking and spoiling of their furniture. What are those things?
There's one mistake most hosts make, that I think it's a Nigeria thing, where people don't set rules and regulation, and then when damages occur, they start screaming, oh, your caution fee is gone, and all of those things.
Exactly.
So beforehand, every client tends to pay caution fee. You pay a caution fee of 50k to 100k, depending on the apartments you get. So these things help regulate the amount of damages client, because you have their 50,000 at hand. They wouldn't want to mess up the apartment. But some people are still very insensitive, they will just smoke everywhere, burn everywhere with smoke. Sometimes even the 100K you charge won't even cover this. But these policies put into place, like no parties, no smoking, because most of these apartments are actually residential areas. So imagine bringing 20 guests into a 2-bedroom
and you disturb the whole neighborhood,
and then you're making noise, you're making loud noise, disturbing your neighborhood. So these rules also come into play, where you state that the minimum amount of guests you want to see in your 1-bedroom is like 3 for 2-bedroom, 4 for 3-bedroom, 6 and above,
and onwards.
So all those things are put into place. You have to have a rule and regulations so that people know what not to do in that apartment. Because a lot of owners don't want to rent their places anymore. Even in an estate, you buy an apartment, they say, oh, no shortlet, strictly no shortlet. You know, developers have the right to say no shortlet because of the kind of things that goes down in this apartment. But then at the end of the day, if you have a very good rules and regulations, people tend to follow.
So with the economic situation in Nigeria, everybody knows what's going on now. Do you think it's still advisable for someone to still go into, the hospitality?
Every day, every night, every living day of my life, I would always advise people to go into shortlet investment, hospitality investment, because no matter how hard the economy is, people still want to relax. There's still money. Currently, the economy is affecting us, but the prices of our apartment has increased. Apartment that rents for 120 before now rents for 140,
and people are still booking.
Wow! I know how much I've made today, and people are complaining the economy is bad,
and they are still booking.
And people are still booking. Today only, I know how many clients have booked apartments in VI in Lekki Phase 1, and I'm not talking 10 kobo. None is less than 140K.
Wow.
Yes, and it's not just one day. People book for 3 days, 1 month. So no matter how, I just hope things don't go as hard as it is currently, because it's affecting us as a whole.
It's affecting everybody.
It's affecting the investors, because you now tend to run diesel for 24 hours.
Wow.
And the cost of diesel is
a lot.
High. It's really affecting a whole lot of us. But at the end of the day, the only thing we want to do is just to increase the price and just hope that things goes back to normal, honestly. But every day, every night, I would always advise hospitality investments. You can't go wrong with it. It's a daily income, so you can't go wrong. You can't still renting houses now.
Yes, definitely. Things
are hard, but
everybody will still pay rent. No matter how hard it is. Everybody needs a roof over their head. So yes.
So real estate, you can't go wrong with real estate in general. So same thing with hospitality investments. You can't go wrong with it.
So finally, are there any extra tips you give to people who want to aspire, or who are aspiring to go into, investing into real estate in general? Is there any tip you give them on how to get to where they want to go to?
So when it comes to investing in real estate, always ensure, if you're renting this property, ensure you have a well-stated agreement. Don't just rent a property and then you just leave it to fate that, oh, this homeowner would be sensitive enough not to throw you out after 1 year. Some landlords are not friendly at all. They might just see the amount of money you make in a day and they will say, no, this woman has to leave this property. Wow. Or they would even increase your rent because
you do shortlets.
Because they see the amount of closures you have. Like, they see people coming in maybe every 2 days, every month, and then they're like, she's really making money, or he's really making money, let us increase the rent. So you should write a well-stated agreement before you rent any shortlet, any apartment for shortlet. Another thing is furnishing. People don't know the importance of furnishing. It's even as it's not like every day I wake up the kind of things people demand for. You give someone like 3 different apartments, and then they like, I want this one because of the apartment, because of the furnishing that they have.
They just want fine house.
They also, who doesn't?
Fine house. I've had clients that say, I want fine house. I don't care. I just need it.
Exactly. So you should consider furnishing and also writing a well-stated agreement if you're renting this apartment.
So guys, I hope we have learned a lot from her bowl of knowledge. If you want to learn more about Airbnb and anything Airbnb, you can also check out her Instagram at
rent_rental Shortlets rentals. We'll leave the
I will also leave the link to our Instagram in the description box down below. You can also check us out on Instagram at properties and chill, so you get to see more videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime we post a new video. See you in the next episode. Bye.